Hey guys, Dean Soto here. I hope you are having an awesome day. Um, so I'm here writing my book right now. I'm writing my very first book about I'm guessing like 1,500 words into it, and my goal is 30,000 words. And I just wanted to share with you how I'm doing it because it's all about leveraging stuff, right? It's all about leveraging systems or leveraging software or people or whatever to do as much as you possibly can in the shortest amount of time so you can worry about the things that you love most, or not worry about it, but focus on the things that you love most. And so I wanted to just show you whenever I'm writing something, I get very, very bored. That being said, I would rather write with my voice than write with my keyboard, whatever it's called on my MacBook Air. And this is one of my Windows machines, so don't think I'm lying about this being a MacBook Air. Why do I want to write with my voice? One, because I'll write a heck of a lot faster. I think the human voice can do about 300 to 400 words a minute, whereas when you're typing, the average is around 100 words per minute. Two, even though it might seem like it's a little bit of a cumbersome process as I show you this, after a while you end up becoming really fast at it. And on top of that, any mistakes that pop up, especially with the new Dragon software, which is awesome, Dragon 13 as of recording this, it is awesome. You tend to I at least for me, I tend to mess up a lot when I'm typing, as far as sometimes the words I use or spelling or whatever. You get about the same amount of mistakes with your voice, if not less. Okay, so those are some of the pros. One of the cons is that it takes a while to get used to. But when you do, it becomes awesome. And then also, I've had it to where I've said one word and it changed it to another word, and I didn't know what I was actually trying to say. But I've had that happen when I'm typing too as well. I always say two as well. Anyway, all right. So let's get into this. I want to show you how this works. So I started this around 9:55, and it's 10:38 a.m. And I don't know how many words. Let's see how many words this is actually. This is from my book Leverage that I'm creating. Let's go to word counter. To a word counter. So that was about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 1,175 words in that amount of time, which I cannot do in 45 minutes typing. Maybe you can. That's awesome. I cannot. But here, let's check this out. All right, I want to show you how I go about doing this and see. Maybe you'd like to do the same. I use Dragon Naturally Speaking. I heard the Mac one's not that great. I have the Windows version, so you just have to be cognizant of that. So I'm going to go up here. You have a whole bunch of tools and stuff like that. I usually use just the Dragon pad. You can actually use Dragon in Firefox. They have a plugin that you can use where you can do your WordPress posts and all that other cool stuff. Typically, because I use Scrivener for my book, it does not work in Scrivener. That's the only downside, is it only works with certain apps. So what I do is I use this Dragon pad. You just go up here to Tools and then do Dragon pad right there, and bam, it'll bring this thing up. Just got to remember to either save it, or what I'll do is I'll email it to myself and then go to Scrivener on my MacBook, and put it in there. All right, so let's do this. Let me make sure I know where I'm at, because I was gonna do this right from the beginning, but I don't know where we're at. Okay, so a couple things to keep in mind when you're using your voice. The first is that yes, there is an option to have it try and check the punctuation for you and do the punctuation for you. I typically do not do that because it's not accurate. I'd rather just do the punctuation. And that's probably the hardest part of this whole system, okay? It's probably the hardest part. But once you get it, it is awesome. And you can really start doing some amazing things, okay? So in this book, I'm just talking about partnerships and why having partnerships are awesome, and how to avoid bad partnerships. So let's see. But the first thing you need to do, potential relationship is the legal stuff. Then we're missing that. Okay. What I'm saying is that if you want to have a successful partnership, comma, the first thing that should occur is that you should team up on one or maybe two projects before you talk about any type of legal documentation or partnerships. Period. Personally, comma, I don't have a single legal partnership with anyone, yet I have about 4 partners right now in 4 separate businesses, period. The cool thing about that is that all of those businesses are generating, scratch that, are generating revenue for me without me having to be 100% in the business, period. Pretty cool, huh? So let's see how much I did real quick. And yes, I know that was kind of choppy. I'm going to kind of show you what it's like when it's choppy and then what it's like when it's not. So 89 words, not bad. Like if I flow with it, it goes really, really fast. But you saw how choppy it was, mainly because I'm recording this, and then also because I'm trying to think of the words as I'm doing it as well. But let's see. So couple things. You saw that I had to do some punctuation. Totally fine. You get used to it. The best way, the easiest way to get around that is to use, if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android or whatever, is to send text messages with your voice. Just consistently send text messages with your voice. So what I'll do is I'll say, tell my wife, I'm coming home in about an hour period. Do you need anything from the store? ? Easy. At first it's annoying, but after a while it becomes easy, okay? So you saw that. Second is that sometimes things mess up. So you have to say scratch that and go back. You can do things like select the cool thing. So it'll select the cool thing here and everything. Scratch that. Cool. I just almost broke something. So you can correct things, you can select things, you can bold things, you can do all that other stuff there as well. So let me see if I can do a nice little flow as kind of an ender to this, and to just show how powerful this actually can be. So I'm talking about partnerships. Second, your partnership needs a basic trust, of course. Okay. Experience, time to compare. Experience. Okay, here we go. Lastly, your partnership needs to be based on both parties having a lot of experience, period. You don't want to partner up with someone that's new in the business, even if you are new yourself, period. The reason being is that you're going to be stagnant, and you're not going to be able to add value to them, nor are you going to be able to add value to, scratch that, nor, scratch that, nor are you going to be able, scratch that, nor are they going to be able to add value to you, period. The best situation is to partner up with someone that has even just a little bit more experience than you do, period. This way, they can bring you up to speed with how they do things in their business so that you can leverage the systems and tools that they already have, period. This is why, scratch that, even if you aren't a beginner, comma, if you can make it to where the systems and tools that they have work for you in a way that completely takes you out of that realm of the business, scratch that realm of your business, then you are golden, period. This is exactly what happened when I teamed up with my designer friend and she did all of the contracts, comma, lead generation, comma, and design, period. Sure, I had a web development and web design company, but I hated design, comma, I hated contracts, comma, and I hated going out and finding new clients, predominantly because I didn't have the time to do so, since I had my full-time job at the time and my family needed me, period. Okay, so let's see how much that was. See how many words that was. 233 words. 233 words! I don't even think we did. I think we did that in like less than 5 minutes too. That's probably like 3 minutes. How cool is that? So once you get really good at it, you can see that it can be pretty awesome, yeah? So I just wanted to share that with you. This is the way that I go about doing it. I love Dragon, naturally speaking. I had 11, 12, and 13. And 13, man, so with 11 and 12, you had to train the crap out of that thing. You had to, yeah, it messed up a ton. But with 13, it was awesome. Like, it was out of the box, super accurate. So if you're able to use 13, I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'm been doing this. I started my book about 2 weeks ago, and I am now probably around 15 to 17,000 words into it, simply using Dragon Naturally Speaking. Obviously, you have to take some time to learn how to do it. It takes a little bit of discipline in the beginning, but man, oh man, 233 words in less than 5 minutes. How cool is that? How cool is that? All right, some other alternatives for free is, I think Windows has a free voice recognition one. You just have to do voice. Let's see, voice. This is Windows 7. I don't know what the other ones are. I know that Windows XP had a voice one. I know Mac has a one where you can read blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Mac has one where you can basically do what Dragon Naturally Speaking is doing. It's not nearly as accurate, but it's still good. It's still good and it works. So, all right. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time at deansoto.com. Systems are freedom.